Greetings, synth fans. My name is Pocket Spell. I got a short video for you today, just sharing a little tip that I've been using to help quickly start tracks the way that I want to have them set up. So, as I'm sure you all have noticed, when you go in to start a new project, you hit New, you have our new unnamed project. Every time you start it up, we got the same two kits. They're nice kits, but they're the same. We got a pretty sweet bass. These keys, pretty useful. This lead is beautiful. That's kind of cool, I guess. Great pads, this is useful. So all very useful stuff, but maybe not exactly the way that you would set up a track. So what I've done is I have created, I kind of, messed with all those sounds the way I wanted to. Created a project that I call Template. And so what I have here is I have a kit loaded up that actually is sampled from one of my drum machines, and also the way that I've loaded the samples here. There's plenty of videos out there about, sampling, multi-sampling the various engines, so I'm not going to go through that. But for what it's worth, this also correlates to the MIDI note that triggers that drum sound on the drum machine itself. So if I'm using this as a MIDI controller, it kind of works both ways. So I have kind of my kick set up here, snare with some reverb built into the mix. My hat's on 3. Bass, so 4 I have set up as kind of like a sample or ear candy or coloring. It's kind of a bonus, because really what's happening here, if you haven't caught on, is the way I'm setting it up correlates to how the tracks are laid out on the OPZ. So kick, snare, hi-hats, sample, bass, lead, arp, chord. So I've done the same thing here because that's what I'm used to. So if I go to track 5, now we're on bass, and I've also built in, I have an arpeggio kind of set, very basic, so that I kind of instantly have kind of a driving bass line set to whatever the tempo is. I have this lead. I use the organ engine to create this bell type sound. And then I have my pads on 8. And another important thing that I've done is gone into the brain and made sure that it's not listening to any of the first 4 tracks, because these are not melodic tracks. I don't want it to misinterpret triggering samples as relating to the key that we're in. So that's an important step as well. So that's how the template is set up. I saved it as template. So now when I start a new project, instead of load, I go down to template and hit duplicate. And now I have a new project set up with the sounds just the way I like them. There's some noise on these samples. I realize I'm going to re-record them at some point. So I'll just, as an example, here's like a little pattern that I put together with my template that is kind of closer to the sound that I usually go for. You get the idea. So, this is a pretty simple thing to do. Feel free to roast me in the comments if it's super obvious and everyone's already doing this anyway. It's been helpful for me. Hope it is for you. If not, that's cool too. Everybody just enjoy making your groovy tunes. Thanks.